Hey, I'm Alex Radical from Board Game Co.
I'm Professor Meg.
And today we are playing through A Story of Many. This is an active Game Found campaign. We'll have a link to the campaign down below. And of course, everything you see here is a prototype, rules, components, and all that subject to change. We're going to be diving in over here. We'll be going through a, what do you call it again? Expedition and encounter
Exploration.
situation? Exploration. We're going to be wandering through the adventures. We'll read you some flavor text. We'll have a bunch of stories. This is a very D&D kind of adjacent experience, but in a board game, in a tabletop experience, giving you a sense of adventure, encounters, story, narrative, clues, discoveries, mysteries, all those kinds of things, and of course healthy character sheets that we all set up over here, and we're going to be going ahead and trying to bludgeon our various enemies. Actually, I have a great sword. Stab our various enemies to death as we go through it. Now we are going to be starting off over here. We'll see how far we get into this because these can be longer experiences. Our goal right now is to give you... Sure. Our goal right now is to give you a good overview of the experience, of how it feels. We specifically are picking an encounter which I haven't seen anyone cover yet, but we'll see. I mean, maybe I missed someone, I don't know. But there are a lot of creators out there who have gone through this. So if you do want to see other experiences, you can dive in there. And with that...
Well, with that, before we jump into the actual adventure, I'll explain how we got here. So, there's also
a long time ago I started a YouTube channel, and then, you know, things slowly took... Oh, no, so here, okay.
So there's also a preview on the channel that goes over a lot more of the major phase of the game, which is the campaign phase, because you're going to be playing over a campaign where you're progressing your different characters, playing through different adventures. And the adventures are going to be one-shots or story arcs. So what we're currently doing is one of the adventures. So typically you would be playing on the big overworld map board, and that's going to show where you have everything unlocked, such as like shrines and things like that, and different rumors. And then that's also where you're going to interact with different services. So that's where you'll be able to go to the alchemist and the smithy and the herbalist and things like that. That's how we got a little bit better. So after that you will adventure out to try to trigger these different story arcs, and that's basically where we are now. So the game kind of has two different things for you to see. There's the overall campaign phase, which looks very different, and you're moving around on a big board, and now we are in the adventure, which are these small cards which you will see unfolding out and making a map for us to explore on. On top of that, there are also dungeons that you can encounter, and the dungeons operate pretty similarly, so this kind of gives you an example of like that close-up encounter style that you'll see for the dungeons as well.
Very cool. Ready to explore? Should I read some text?
Let's see how we do.
Unexpected patron. Amidst the lively tumult of the Red Raven Inn, a mysterious stranger named Remus pleads for aid in rescuing his kidnapped wife from the war-torn Tricarian lands. You take a much-needed break at the Red Raven Inn. Conversation and ale flow freely through the tables. It is a busy night, after all. You see a tall, broad-shouldered man with black spiked hair approach your table. With a soft but demanding voice, the man greets you. I can tell you are the thrill-seeking kind. May I sit? He waves to the bartender and pulls up a chair beside you. Name's Remus, and I have a proposition for you. The damned wolves have kidnapped my wife, my beautiful Lena. She's gone for a week, but I know she's still alive, and better yet, I know where they keep her. She's brought deep into Tricarian lands. He whips out a map and points you to where you need to go. No one is willing to help me, not even Lord Herzog, protector of Murdenhall, my ass. The little plump lord hides in his castle while the wolf warriors parade, pillage, and enslave Tricarians.
That was your one, Alex.
I know.
One.
I didn't realize it was happening. I didn't realize. He trails off for a second. I'm at a loss, please. Bring her back to me. She's a redhead with hazel eyes. You can't miss her. I'll also pay you 40 Galeria if you bring her back to me alive.
Okay.
Place adventure, sticker 3, unexpected patron, region, frigid outskirts. Once you've reached the adventure site and decide to embark on the adventure, continue reading.
So that's how we got here.
Yeah. Features of the Derja. At the frigid outskirts, you come across the frozen river Alastros. You traverse along the still frozen waters. After a hard trek, you reach the outskirts of a rather small settlement. This must be Derja, and within the goal of your quest, the red-haired Lena. Unseal unexpected patron tiles. Place unexpected patron tile 1 by 3. That's going to be over here, face up, and that's going to start off our little story encounter for right now.
Yeah, and to show you a little bit of the setup,
Yep.
For what would look in the adventure book, this is how you would start the starting tiles, and this is also where you would know which enemies to use. So, as I said in the first preview, the enemies are broken out into different tiers. Right now we're playing with tier 1, and we have both our standard and elite enemies. We also have our treasure bag set up, and this is a slight typo, but this is what our search will be when we are searching. Then you'll also see we have the different areas that have things going on with them, and that will trigger different clues for us. So during this type of a phase, there's exploration and encounters are going to basically pause us from what we're doing and make us interact with the enemies, but unless that's happening, we can just explore. So Alex, I believe there's 2 different areas for us to
I think there's 2 and 3 that we could head into right now. Oh no, you mean these over here. You mean the A and B, the 2 buildings.
So we're going to learn a little bit more. Do you care if we do A or B first?
I think B. I'm kind
B?
of. I like to break the rules.
All
Go
right.
out of order.
Well, it's on you to remember then that we didn't read A yet.
We didn't read A.
There has some settlement. The wooden door that frames this house is off its hinges. Within, a diminutive hearth, designed for roasting, emanates from a modest glow. If you want to step inside, read clue 58.
Okay, I want to step inside.
Okay.
Feel free to disagree with me on any of these things. We are a team.
Alright, so now we're going to go over to our clues. Alright. The interior is in complete disarray. Thanks to the flickering light, you see the outlines of small creatures gnawing on a body at the far corner. Their bloody hands tear the flesh with ease, and with their malformed, serrated teeth, they suck the marrow off the sodden soul. Draw standard enemy 9 and combat them.
Well,
We're
that was specific.
going into combat.
We're jumping straight into it.
We
We're
found
already...
the enemies in there.
Okay. Let's go ahead and grab our card over here.
Alright, and we have to grab enemy 9.
And we'll move this over a drop so we can pull over our encounter board.
Yes. So it looks like we are facing off against rabid pygmies.
Yeah, okay. So we have you in position 2 over here. On position 1, this is going to be our combat board. We are facing off against 2d3 minus 1. So we have our d3.
Alright, so we are going to roll our 2d3 for the pygmies.
That's going to be 4, but minus 1. So we're going to get 3 pygmies in play.
Alright.
So we're going to go ahead and grab 3 enemies over here to assimilate the pygmies. They're going to start in our antechamber, our starting little corridor over here. Well, I should grab a 1, 2, and 3, I guess, to be specific. Let me just grab our 3. We got our 1, 2, and 3. That's going to be the numbers they have over here. And then they're going to go ahead and enter the chamber. I believe they're going to circle around like that. So we're going to go ahead and have them enter the chamber.
Alright, so let's roll for the pygmies. And we got a 1 as well as a +1 to damage. So they are going to use their bite attack, and they're going to get +1. So we're going to have 2 attacks against you, Alex, and I believe you are at disadvantage because of attack tactics.
Yes, I am. So I'm going to be rolling. They're attacking over here with piercing damage, and my piercing defense is going to be... Ooh, I don't have +1 over here. My piercing defense is...
Oh, it'll be right over here, so it'll be
there we go, D6.
But you're actually rolling 2 because you're
yep.
at disadvantage.
So I need to get at least a 5 on both of those, and then they're going to do 1 damage against me, which doesn't seem great.
2 damage.
Yeah, the extra +1, I mean,
yeah.
sorry. That's not going to work. That 5 would have been great right there, but because of the disadvantage, they are going to go ahead and hit me.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take 2 damage over here.
Well, so you're going to... That's only one of them attacking you?
Yep.
So then you're going to take another attack as well.
Okay,
but it's okay, you're chunky.
Oh, yeah, totally.
You got
Totally. I got this. No, I don't got this. Okay, that +1 would have been really helpful right there. The +1 I have for my pad armor +1 blunt damage would be great, but unfortunately I do not have that.
All right.
Okay.
So did you take the additional damage?
I did not, because I didn't want to.
All right, and I believe, Alex, I will go on for my attack, but if you look in that little area over there, for one of these, you're also poisoned. These guys are poisoning us. So you cannot heal or regain health until the end of combat. Which I think you'll be fine. We'll be okay. But now, I was going to go to do that again. I will roll my defense. However, I am not at disadvantage. Ooh, I got a 6. So I did roll my defense. So I was able to block the attack. However, I still will take the poison.
Okay. Great. We're going to get you a poison over here.
Thank you. And that's going to go here. You're going to slot it into your end of combat.
I popped it into one.
Well, it would be end of combat.
Did I do the wrong one?
You did end of next combat.
Oh,
but you're totally fine.
Okay.
Alright, so that is going to be the end of the first combat round because they were able to attack us, and now we're going into the second combat round where we're going to be able to start attacking back. So do you know what you want to do, Alex?
I think I want to make sure that one of mine dies so I no longer have disadvantage. That seems like a good starting point to this. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and attack right now. I'm going to hit, I'm going to start by hitting one of them. We'll see how it goes because I have swiping, which means I'll be able to potentially, my greatsword specifically has swiping, so I'll potentially be able to do extra damage to the other ones, but I need a D12.
You should have one
I have a
over
D10,
there.
I believe.
No,
Do I have a D12?
keep going.
This one
There
over
you
here?
go.
Oh, there we go. Perfect. Got a D12 over here. So I'll be getting a D12
D8
plus
is my
2.
favorite die.
I'll be doing a D12 plus 2, and I'm going to be attacking with either, my greatsword does either piercing or slashing. They're more vulnerable to piercing, so I'm going to be doing piercing damage against them.
There you go.
Hoping for a decent roll over here. And we got an 8, which divided by, that's going to be 8. 10 divided by 4 is going to be enough to kill both of them.
That is 2 damage. That's
so they are
great.
done. They are 1 health enemies.
So just for everyone to see, their health is up here, and if it was, if he didn't have swiping,
yes,
you wouldn't be able to do that. Or if you had something with more health, you would have been able to do the 2 damage.
Or roll more poorly.
All right. Well,
That's
great
your
job.
turn.
And now I am going to attempt to attack with my longbow. So my longbow is going to be a D8 plus 2.
Okay.
I love D8s. They're such a pretty shape. I think they're my favorite.
I don't.
They're literally my favorite. Let us know in the comments below your favorite die shape, because I'm really curious to know. D8 is my favorite.
I think it's one of my least favorite.
I have D8 earrings and everything.
It's...
Alright, let's see.
Oh, that's going to be a critical fail right there.
That is. Alright, so I am going to fail. And the question is, you did yours so well.
It's a D8, that's the problem.
Should I just wait and let it attack me? I think I should. I do have this where I could take a heroic action just to attack again, but I feel like I shouldn't. So I think I'm just gonna let that happen.
Okay.
Yeah. Usually that doesn't happen for me.
Should we jump back to enemy activation again?
Yep, so now we are back to the enemy. Okay. Alright, and against me. Okay, so they are going to be doing
Bite again?
Bite again, and this would affect the entire zone, but you're not in that zone, so lucky for you, he's not going to bite you.
Yay.
So I am getting bitten, and this is going to be against a piercing attack, so I'm going to roll my defense, which is a d6 plus 1.
You know, on the Paladin,
I feel like I keep sending the d6.
Yeah, you do. On the Paladin, it seems like your armor is stronger than mine, which I don't love. But go for it.
Sure.
That's
I got
off-camera,
a 1.
critical fail.
I got a 1, so failed again. So I'm going to take a damage as well as poison, which I already have. So I'll take that. Oh, I didn't take the damage earlier. Although, no.
Sure? You didn't take damage.
I
You
successfully did. Okay,
yeah.
correct. Okay. So that is that, and that was his attack for the round. So now we're back to the top of the round. Should we let me attack first
Go for it.
just see what I can do? Try to use my longbow. Alright, so let's use my D8 again. Here we go.
That's
4.
going to be enough to take it out.
Is
Wait, actually, what type of damage do you do?
Piercing.
Piercing's enough. Divide by 4.
Okay,
Boom.
great.
It's gone.
Alright, so that is the end of the pygmies, and now we are going to get some rewards. So we would get 2 experience points, which we're not going to track for this game, because we aren't going to be able to use them, but we will draw a treasure to see what happens. So you can draw a treasure, Alex.
Ooh, we got a crude malachite.
There you go. So that's something that we are going to, it's a valuable that we will be able to turn in for 6 money when we get back to somewhere. But for now, that's going to be stuck here in your inventory for you to hold on to.
Okay.
Unless you want me to take it.
I'm fine with it.
I love how I gave it to you. You did kill more enemies than I did.
Shall we move off back into our adventure land over
Absolutely.
here?
Let's see where we want to go.
Well, we did B. I remembered. I spent all this time remembering that we did not do
have not even done A yet.
Well, is there any other further end up to B? Is there? Where do we leave off in the journal? Simply spawns?
That's it. It was basically we went into we saw the hearth glowing. We went in. There was enemies there, and now we're finished.
I feel like the chance of them doing 2 attacks against us is less likely, so I will reluctantly say we should still do A.
All right. I also think maybe they would start you off safe and then surprise you with an attack later, which is what happened to us.
Do that.
So, all right. So we have the Derha Sadoman. A sinister testament of the bloodshed that has stained the palace is laid bare by the unholy altar that stands sentinel before the dwelling. Upon the decorated stone block, the severed head of a giant wolf is chained with hooks and grotesque piercing tools. It serves as nothing more than a somber sentinel stationed to repel noisy intruders much like yourself. So this is somewhere that we are able to search that area, and if we do, things could happen.
Well, when you search, there might be a wandering enemy.
Correct. So it's up to us, or we could just start exploring.
Let me see what we
more of
got. We get searching. We can do empty or 5 to 6 treasure. And treasure's the treasure bag again? I don't think I care enough right now.
I agree. I think we can start wandering around.
I think I want to start exploring and seeing what's out there.
All right. So we are connected up to 2 if we want to wander north to 2.
Let's go for it. We're going to grab 2 over here. From we have 2 and 3. We're going to gather 2 and figure out how to arrange it such that it all lines up nicely into our zone.
There you go. All right, so now that we are entering into 2, there's no specific location thing for area number 2, which means that we are going to roll for our area content chart. So if you want to roll for that, Alex, it'll be 2d6.
I'm going to go ahead and roll, and we got a 9 over here, which means it's going to be empty.
Empty,
so we got nothing over there.
So we are able to just walk in, nothing really happens, and now we can continue to wander. So looking at this, we can keep going to 3 if you'd like, and just see what happens.
3 does seem fairly safe, and the game does like the procedural nature so far. We could explore up to 4 over there, or 5, or 7. There's a whole lot of stuff. We're going to go ahead and go to 3. I'm going to see what we got. And we are going to go over here.
Okay. All right. So when we enter 3, this is the Village Road. There, just a few feet...
Oh, content roll? Area content roll?
No, because this one's a specific numbered one, so we have this adventure to read instead. So, the Village Road. There are just a few feet along the dirt road... There, just a few feet along the dirt road, you see the same wolf head carving. Pass a Nature 4, Theology 4, and if you succeed... and read clue 32. So we now need to make a check and see who is better at it for nature or theology. I believe I would be rolling a 1 to your 0.
That seems like it's better.
So I can take the roll and we'll see what happens. I mean, we are not rolling great here, but no. That is a fail. So that is that for us. So if we'd like to, we can continue on searching through.
Let's go through. So we're going to head up to 8, I believe.
All right.
Okay, I'm going to head up over here to 8 and go ahead and draw card 8 and put it out. And we have heading up into some sort of Fort Oss aspect. And we do have a building over here. We have an 8A to investigate if we want.
We do. All right. So, for 8, this is the snow trail. And this is going to be a random area roll. And then it says, a path clear of snow stretches out before you. The trail is frequently traveled, linking the lower Derha settlement to a fortified village. You suspect that the marauders who pillaged the village are hiding beyond the sturdy wooden barrier. As your mind wrestles with concerns, a piercing cry echoes from behind a fenced enclosure, and then we would be able to search. So first we will do our random area roll.
Okay, I'm going to see what we get over here. We got a 9 again.
Oh my goodness. Okay, and then we would be able to search.
Okay.
But again, if we search, we could encounter an enemy or more
Is it the same search table, or?
It is. For this one, it's just that.
The basic search table?
Yes.
Okay. So again, I don't feel a need to search right now.
Oh, sorry. For this one, if we search, we would read this clue for it.
Oh, then let's do that.
Alright, so we would have to attempt to search.
Okay.
Because we would be able to read the clue, but we still have to encounter the enemy. So, if you want to roll for that for us.
Okay, when we're rolling?
Just the d6.
We got a 4.
Alright, it's empty. We're getting a lot of empties.
I'm okay with that.
So
I'm still down 4 health, and I do have a health potion. I've been choosing not to use it, though, because it heals 5, and I want to wait till I need it.
We'll go on to clue 57. Perform a search area. So we're going to search it again.
Okay.
I believe that one is also
empty as well. Yep.
All right.
No, actually, 5, 6 is treasure.
You're right. It's treasure. Treasure. All right, here you go.
Go ahead and draw. We got 2 treasure tokens, which I happened to get by mistake.
Well, put them both back in. You're only supposed to get one.
Oh no, sorry. I'm just reading.
I thought you were gonna pick which one you wanted.
Nope. There's a one of the area content rules is you draw an extra treasure token during search. I happened to look down when I did that. And I was like, oh, we get an extra treasure, which we absolutely do not, unless we had drawn that. We have a brass hunter's helm, valuable 4.
All right.
Okay. I'll give this one to you this time.
Oh, thanks. All right. So now, do we want to look in the shed?
Yeah.
Half buried in snow stands a humble shed with its windows bolt shut. It seems abandoned. And now we'll roll a search check again.
And we have a wandering enemy.
Yep, so it's going to be a wandering monster.
We have to roll to see if it's an elite or a regular.
Yep.
On a 1 to 4 is going to be elite, and it's a 5 to 6. So sorry, 5 to 6 is an elite.
It's going to be an elite. And then after that, we will get our clue 23. Okay. So with that, let's find out our elite enemy. All right. I don't know, Alex. I'm a little worried for us.
It can't be that hard.
Hyera?
Some of these area content rolls will have you drawing an elite and a wandering enemy, and that seems like way too much. Alright, let's grab someone who looks like Hyera over here. We're going to grab someone a little more intentionally. She looks like she could be Hyera.
Well, it's going to be more than one.
It's going to be more than one, we can't use that one then.
I mean, potentially.
Yeah. 1d3.
So it should be 2.
That should be 2. Yep.
All
so
right.
we got 2 of them over here. We'll grab the 2. Let's grab this one over here and use this and place it down over here. We're just going to grab 4 and 5, so we can just put down tokens over here. And it's got health of 3, so 3 health tokens. I'm going to put 3 over here and 3 over here. And they're going to head in over here. Are we trying to react?
Honestly, that might not be a bad idea for us.
Because if we react, we could flee. Alternatively, 3 to 4, we have okay. We'll gain that. Heroes flee. And a 5 to 6 is going to be... Okay.
It's up to you. We could attempt to flee.
Or fight. Now, we don't have... Now, sometimes in the game, the way it's going to work is that there is an opener move. So if you choose not to react, you can go ahead and get an opener. We are a little early here, so we don't really have any openers that are going to help us right now. So it is, in that sense, it's a little bit more advantageous to possibly just deal with the potential. Because on 1 to 2, we flee. Hey, let's go for it. Let's go for it. It's, I guess...
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, they are elite.
And we are done.
Wow.
That is as straightforward as you can get. We are going to skip out on the reward
I've
for
never
this.
seen you be lucky with a roll.
I mean, technically I'm rolling low in this case, but that is... I have been managing to avoid. We just set up combat over here, and we're going to unset up combat because we're going to flee from combat.
There you go.
So that saves us the time we need over there.
All right.
And this can go back to there.
And if you want to bring the map back over for us.
And the map comes back over.
Okay. Now, because of that, we fled, but we were in the middle of searching, so we are able to get this clue. You clear away the snow and try to enter through the door, but it seems to be wedged closed. Make a strength athletics check, or deft hands. If you succeed, read clue 39. Otherwise, you cannot gain entry into the small shed. Now, I do have deft hands. Do you have?
I have strength too.
Okay, but you do not have any of the proficiencies.
I have athletics down here.
Oh, you do have athletics. Okay.
Yep.
So either of us could make the trek and your strength is better. So we're going to have you make this roll for us.
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and roll.
Alright, so you're going to roll your d6, and you're going to be able to add your strength to it.
So I go with that, and we got a 4 with my strength,
so
gives me 6.
And because
with
we're athletics, it's a 9.
Perfect. And what's the strength? What were we rolling?
We needed an 8.
That
so
seems
you
decent
did
enough.
really well. Okay, so we gained entry, and now we're going on to clue 39. You successfully disable the lock, and the door flies wide open. As your eyes slowly adjust to the dim corners of the gloomy shed, you see that it is completely empty, barring a small closet. Inside the closet, you find a neglected haversack. Draw a random potion, a random Grand Emporium item, and a random herb.
I'm
That's
keeping all of
pretty
those.
good.
Well, you can have one of them because I only space everything.
So unfortunately, we will have to grab those because they are not on camera for us. But yeah, you gain all of those things, which are pretty great, especially the Grand Emporium item.
Okay, so I walk back with an antitoxin, a blood moss, and climbers kit, all of which will be various degrees of helpful as we go through this.
You're lucky.
Removes poison.
There you go.
Perfect.
All right, so you got some goodies there, and now we can continue exploring if we'd like.
Do you want to go up or do you want to go to the right?
I will let you choose.
I've been making all the choices until now.
Okay.
You make a choice.
Okay, sure. Let's see what's out. I think that's a dog. Oh no, that's the shed that we're in. But either way, let's
That's
continue.
11 over there?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to go through 11.
Let's just go crazy.
Here we go. We got 11, which will be over here, it looks like.
Alright, so we'll move on to here. And let's see for 11. Are you ready?
Yes,
This one's a little bit long. Old Craftsman. The eastern outskirts of Derha settlement is a forested area. Nestled within the frozen ground, you see at least a dozen of half-built ship hulls covered by the recent snowfall. As you wander amidst them, you appreciate the skill, effort, and artistry poured into their creation. A few steps away, at the forest's edge, a towering figure stands wielding an axe, firmly engaged in felling a pine tree. The echoing thuds of an axe hitting the tree reverberate through the air. Within moments, the massive tree falls. The giant of a man notices your presence and, gripping his axe, strides purposefully in your direction. If you have the keyword decurse, immediately read clue 24, which we do not. So will we charge at the man approaching... Wait, will you charge at the approaching giant of a man, or hold our ground?
It's a giant of a man.
Yeah. He's coming at us.
Charge.
Are we going to go back?
Charge.
We're going to charge at him? Alright, so
It's,
that's
when a bear charges at you, you're supposed to charge back. Do not take my advice ever.
I think it depends on the type of bear, actually.
What is it
If
again?
it's a koala, you hug it.
Yes, exactly.
That's
Brown
not true.
lie
That's not true.
down,
Don't.
black. Is brown lie down? Is it black attack? Is that what it is? Or is it black step back? Because those are very different rhymes.
That's
They're
very different. All I know is the polar bear one is like...
It's
can't.
white goodnight.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Just fun fact for you. So now you know what to do if it's a brown bear. You know that's the polar bear, it's over. And if it's a black bear, it's a 50-50 as to whether you should attack or step back.
And if it's a teddy, you snuggle in Betty. Clue 30. He stalls his advance, his axe matching the height of an adult human. His axe matching the height of an adult human.
Yeah, I heard that, but he stalled.
He did. His massive build makes you tense up. A deep but kind voice emerges from the half-giant. You're not from around here, are you? You ain't no mongrel, that's for sure. Pleasure's all mine. Name's Draka, the shipwright, a slave to the mutts. Chasing after a red-headed wench, are you? Can't help you with that, but I can offer you my craft. He slides the ragged cloth off of his neck, revealing a deep, nasty scar. See this? They slapped this on me when I became a slave, working for Marcus's mutants, building warships from oak, and finishing boats from pine. You'd think a little scar like this couldn't keep a big guy like me down, but you'd be wrong. This ain't just a knife mark. It's courtesy of Malakan, the witch doctor. Now I know I'm asking a lot, but I want my freedom back. He throws the axe head down, splitting the ground. Help me, will ya? You can try to dispel the brand with an Arcana 5 or Occult 5 success and read clue 38. You know, Alex, I
Either
think
of us will prep for that?
That is, it is just a 5.
What are the options again?
Arcana or Occult. I want to say Arcana or Occult, which is wrong. But for you, it would be a 2. For me, it's a 1. You being a paladin, you do have a bit better of a chance.
So
you could hope to crit, although you only need a 5.
And so she had 3.
And you do have +2, yeah.
No, that should be doable.
You also have your heroic action.
That should be doable.
To reroll.
Wow,
that is a 6. That is an automatic success. Alright, read clue 38. Gained 3 XP.
Woohoo.
Personal and gain slave keyword. Now read clue 9. So you would gain a clue word, and then we would go over to clue 9. The curse that bewitched Draka, the giant of a man, is lifted. He thanks you. When you decide to end the adventure, also read resolution 3.
Okay.
So we would gain an extra resolution that would happen at the end of this adventure as well.
Okie dokes.
Alright.
I know we said we're not going to totally finish this, but maybe I reread resolution 3 we call it.
Okay. I want to
see what kind of dispelling of we did there.
Alright. So now should we go off to the left and maybe go to 10?
We go for
Just
it.
to see?
Alright.
Do you want to grab it?
Okay, 10 over here.
Yep.
So we're going back over here?
Yeah, might as well.
Heading back to 10 over here. We are pulling out 10, and we are going to go ahead and place this down. Looks like over here. I think that should line up nicely. Okay.
Alright, a warm welcome. Within this fortified part of Derha, 2 distinct structures mark the area, an ancient temple and a great makeshift war tent. A billow of smoke rises from the temple grounds, curling into the air and carrying the scent of burning incense. Gruff voices fill the air coming from the tent. You decide against searching in the surrounding area, wary of stationed patrols. So now we have 2 areas to look at. There's the war tent or the old Illyrian temple.
Ooh, definitely the old Illyrian temple.
Okay. Upon entering, you're met by captivating women adorned in scandalous flowing silks. Welcome, weary travelers. You seem in need of respite. Allow us to take the burden of your weapons and regale you with the teachings of our Lord. Their beauty is unparalleled, and soon you're captivated by the movements of their sylph-like bodies. An aura of danger seems to envelop them. Should you opt to surrender your weapons, read clue 2. If you decide to keep your arms, read clue 16. I'm keeping my stuff.
I was going to surrender the weapons.
Oh.
Well, this is obviously... we understand what's happening here. Go for it. You make a decision.
I'm a rogue. I have like my little Shrikens. Like I feel like I would keep them
my
on
instincts
me.
I just charged a giant threatening person, and so I'm kind of taking the reverse approach of I'm going to disarm myself for... But either way, it's a group decision.
It's okay
so.
if you want to
it's a
disarm.
group decision. Nope.
Are you sure?
Yeah, positive.
Alright, fine.
At this point...
We'll read 16. We get to keep our weapons.
Rule number 1 of
I
group
would never
decisions.
put my weapons down.
Rule number 1 of group decisions is if there's ever disagreement, always cede to the other party. Because then if it works out well, great. And if it's wrong, it's like you were wrong.
Okay, ready? The beautiful maiden informs you that weapons are not allowed in the sacred temple of their god. If you want to enter, you have to give up your weapons. If you accept the terms, read clue 2. So it's letting us, it's like, hey, are you sure you want to choose this?
Your choice. You can say no.
Alright, let's say no. No means no, and they should know that.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you refuse and the priestesses beckon you with scowled faces, ready to rend you at the slightest of threats. If you want to escalate the tension between you and draw blood, read clue 45. Alternatively, you may leave the temple grounds, never to return again.
This is your call.
We don't want to fight. I didn't want to fight. I just didn't want them to take my stuff.
Your call.
Are we just done in this area?
If we're done in this area, maybe.
Never
There's
turned
another
again.
location to investigate.
If they're gonna be like that, hey, let them be like that.
See, I am very intrigued about the piece of information we're missing out on as we make
you
these
wanna fight
decisions.
them?
No. I'm happy to keep going.
All right, so now we have the war tent.
Okay, or we could skip the war tent and go up to 12 over there.
That's up to you.
Let's check the war tent.
Okay. The tent stands at least 20 feet high, and its sturdy canvas billows against the frigid wind. In a humorous twist of fate, one could easily mistake this war tent for an opulent quarters of a great general during a grand campaign, given the roaring fire, the fine tapestries, and the scale of the tent. Step by step, you inch closer to the tent, and soon you spot 2 guards, fully armed, yet relaxed as they lounge into heavy drinking and engaged in roaring rackets of their bandmates inside the war tent. The usual order and focus of a military disciplined encampment have completely fallen apart. If you wish to enter and talk to them, read Clue 14. If you prefer to attempt a surprise attack, read 37. Alternatively, you can choose to turn back.
If you don't know...
Attack!
Do we know enough to... No! What
Oh.
do they do to us? Who are they?
Exactly.
You want to just charge into an encampment?
No, you're right. You're right.
I want to talk to them. I'm going to regret this for the record, but I refuse to attack people with no reason.
All right, Clue 14. At the tent's entrance, no one stopped you. You are not sure if the 2 guards even clocked you, and if they did, they probably had seen doubles themselves. Inside, everyone is in a serious booze mission. Heroes trained in deft hands can read Clue 53. So we are going to pause for a moment because I, as a rogue, am trained in deft hands. And I'm actually not sure when we're supposed to stop and do these. So
You see?
it says read Clue 53. Should we stop and read it? I think so.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so we're
It's
going to go to
mid-paragraph,
53.
that's the question.
For me, my rogue is it's too easy. You can barely keep from choking with laughter as you move from one warrior to another, relieving them of their valuables. Gain 22 Galeri and 2 times treasure tokens. Gain 2 XP and return to Clue 14. So it does clearly have you jump in over there. But I gain 22 Galeri and
Let's
2
grab the 2 treasure tokens.
Yeah, I'm just going to grab those out.
Inside everyone's a serious booze mission. You did that part. A whole minute passes until one of the warriors calls to you. You're tardy, mate. Well past and the ale's run dry. How'd you do? I reckon right fine. Hip hip hooray for Marcus and the Wolf. To that, all the warriors raise their glasses. There's your prize right in the keg. Ha! Some folks got a bit clumsy, and maybe some Galeria spilled out of the sack. Excuse us. You can't turn down gold when it's offered, and reluctantly you move towards the keg. No one bats an eye at your presence. Gain 15 more Galeri.
Wow.
There are 2 options
I like
available.
this place.
You may end the lives of these fools, or leave them be. Leave them be will have us be done, and end the lives of these fools will go to Clue 37. No. No. Yes.
I would just say it's up to you.
No.
If
you want to, I will
ran around
see
and got
this.
their money.
So what I do find
So
fascinating...
I did from the bag, drew my 2 treasure tokens. This one's a magical weapon property that I'd be able to add. But this one is a nothing. So that's something just to show you guys that you can get nothing from the treasure bag. And
Just
if
like in
a
real
token
life.
ever has this little symbol, that means it also goes back to the treasure bag. So we got nothing.
Now, so the part that I find fascinating, just about the very nature of this game, is we could have gotten here this way, but I'm assuming we could have gone this way.
Absolutely.
And maybe if we had wandered through here, we would have talked to somebody
Had a reason to fight
who
them.
talked about the horrible things that they've done,
Yeah.
and how they just murdered a neighboring village, and then we'd have a reason to do all this stuff. But we didn't. So that's a lot of...
I just feel like it would be an easy fight because they're drunk.
Do you typically wander around drunk people and say, hey, they're drunk, so let's kill them?
No, that's why I'm playing a game that lets me do it. Because I typically don't in my real life.
I will... I will cede your willingness
No, I
to...
don't care. We can just keep exploring. I don't need to fight them. I'm looking for a redhead right now.
There's a dark part of me that kind of wants to know.
I'm looking for a redhead.
In finance.
All right, are we done?
What's it called? Yeah, we're done here.
All right.
Let's
so
keep
where
going.
do we
I
want to
suggested
go?
going up to 12 over here.
All right.
Okay, let's go back to 12.
So if you can see it better, the numbers are kind of small for me now.
Yep, we're going to go up to 12 over here. Placing this out, this is going to be, looks like the upper range, which might be where we need to go. And we'll see how that plays out for us.
All right. Let's see. 12 is going to be the...
Random area roll.
Yep.
Area content roll. Hoping for nothing again, because I'm
Here
enjoying
we
the
go.
adventure part. The last time we got in combat, I lost 4 life.
And be able to
And we
flop
got
around
a
here.
7, which can be a standard enemy. So we are
Alright.
going to draw a standard enemy. This time around, I think we're going to, because we have more and more cards on the table, we're just going to move this over a bit over
I
here.
mean, you can just put it on top, too.
That
I
is
think it will
fine
stay.
enough. Okay.
Alright, so it's a random standard enemy?
Yes.
Alright. We got Forest Wolves.
Okay.
And there are just 3 of them. Set 3.
Beautiful.
So if you want to get the wolf.
The wolves. Let's grab these small guys
squiggly
again.
guys, yeah.
Little squiggly guys. They're wolf adjacent in terms of the look of them.
But yeah, sometimes you roll for them, and these guys, it's just
And
3 for
now,
you
once
guys.
again, we could choose to reaction and try to flee. We could bribe them. If we bribe, we
oh, we
have
do
the
have
we
them.
have the material.
Yeah. We could
And I
try.
think there's a typo over here because the 4 works for bribe and fight.
I
I'm
believe that may be
assuming
an option. If you have food, or you could...
you can do either one.
Yeah.
Okay. I say let's.
Sure.
Should we take them out? There's 2 treasures out there. What's the
We
damage
get
they
2
do?
treasures and a food back for
Yeah.
them.
And what's the damage they deal? Claw and bite with
Let's
1
just
damage.
fight.
Yeah, let's fight this one. Let's take them out. Let's take them
Alright.
out. Okay. So again, we don't have any openers over here, so they will start first, which means if you want to go ahead and roll for them.
Alright.
Why are they always attacking me?
Nothing.
We got a 4
And a
and
4.
0, so
Claw and
not much
bite.
over there. So it's gonna be a basic claw and bite attack. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll defensively.
Yep,
They
and
do
again,
have pack tactics
yes.
again.
So
So,
you'll be at
once again,
disadvantage.
over here I don't have any improvement to slice. So I'm basically rolling. I need to get 4s on both of these, which I did not get. So I'm gonna take 1 wound, which I can take. I can take 1 wound.
Alright, and then the
And
other
for the
one's
second
attacking.
one,
You do have potions.
We
too,
do have
though.
3 and 3, and again I'll take a wound. Which again, I knew I had the potions. That
I
part's
believe you
fine.
have a regular health potion.
Yeah, I do. Regular healing potion is going to heal me for 5, which is great.
Alright, and
To
then
you?
I will also get attacked, but I am not at disadvantage.
You got a 6
And
again.
I got a 6.
I feel like so
So-
far the way this is played out,
So you're
very
taking damage and I have.
well. In combat, I have done very poorly.
Yeah.
In everywhere else, I've done very well.
Alright, so
Right.
now it's like
Our
round
turn.
2, and it's going to be us. Would you like to go first?
Round 2, and it's our turn. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead. I believe I'm gonna be trying to just attack them for piercing again because that's when I'm stronger. And again, I do have my greatsword, so I'm gonna go ahead and take out both of them. Which that is, I guess it makes sense why I'm sitting here soaking up the damage over here. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to take them out, and I will just go ahead and roll my d12. I was pausing to try to figure out which dice I'm rolling. This is my d12. No, this is a d10.
Your
There we go.
d12 is...
I got it.
Yep.
All right, we're
It's
gonna
like a
roll
little
d12.
boulder.
We got a 11.
Whoa!
So can we beckon this guy over here first? Because I think that would kill all 3.
No.
Okay, well, unfortunately then, that is what it is. And to you.
That was funny, though.
I just...
Like,
Woo!
I left. Okay.
Okay.
Wait, no, that doesn't... They have 2 health.
They have 2... Oh, my bad. So my 11, I apologize. My 11 plus 2 is going to be 13.
Right.
And then we're going to
So
divide it by 4, so I kill one and then wound the other.
Yep, and again, to clarify, the only reason Alex gets to even wound the other one is that his
Swiping.
weapon allows him to do swiping. So now it is my turn.
Okay.
I am going to attempt to shoot one with my arrow. Now I'm wondering, because you hit stronger, if I should hit the weak one. I feel like I should.
You're going to try to attack mine?
Oh, yeah, I would have to move to your zone.
Yeah.
Never mind. I'd have to move to your zone.
Okay.
And I can't get there all in this
Do you
round.
only have a d4? Is that all
No,
you
it's a
have?
D8. It's a D8.
Oh, so then you can possibly take it out.
Yeah. Alright, so I will attack my friend over here for 5.
Oh,
so that's,
no. No. Finish your attack. We'll come back to things.
So that's 5, so it's going to be 1 point of damage
Okay, great.
over here to him.
Great. Now, I rolled an 11, which
Yes.
I believe is a crit.
Oh, yes.
Is it a crit?
Yes,
Are we
yes,
sure
yes.
it is? 12-sided die over here, 11 is a crit. Which means the way that works over here is because I crit, I'm actually going to roll again
Right.
and add that to it. So where's my
It's
die
over
over
here.
here? It's over here. So basically going to add this, which means I probably
Sorry
am
about
taking
that.
it out.
Yeah, you're so
So I'm
right.
going to add that, and that's a 2. What was my previous roll again?
It was
It
13. So
13,
15.
15.
Oh,
It's not
it's
enough.
still one off. Still
You
one
don't
off.
want more.
That was a bad
Oh
roll.
well, yeah. Honestly, I think this is actually a critical failure. Even is it? Yes, it's a critical
Yeah.
failure. So,
So, alright. Well, that I also attacked.
although I
and did the
don't
1 point of
believe
damage.
this actually counts as a critical failure when it's added.
Right.
I could be wrong with that.
Right.
Okay.
So now it's just the additional damage,
Yes.
yeah. Because it would be added to
Yep,
your
yep,
other.
yep.
Yeah. Alright, so now it's on to them,
Okay.
where they're both going to come at us. Alright, so this one again, it would hit
Area
an additional
attack,
target in the zone, but we're each in different zones, and it's doing a claw and bite attack.
Okay.
So if you want to roll your
I'll go ahead
defense
and roll
first,
defensively,
you
and this
get
time just 1.
Yep.
So I just need a 4, which I got.
Beautiful.
We are good to go.
Alright, and
A
I
4.
also got a
You
4.
also got a 4. You're good to
Alright,
go.
They're
Okay.
just trying.
And then back to go ahead and attack.
Back to the
I'm
top
gonna go ahead
of
and
the round.
attack, and hopefully not critical fail this time.
Whoop.
We got a 7, which is enough to take out that last 1 point
Beautiful.
of damage.
Alright, and I
Into
believe
you.
I need at least a 2 on this.
You got a
And
6.
I got a 6.
Boom.
Alright,
Last
so
point
I
of damage.
killed mine.
And they are dead.
And we're going to get 2 treasures, which
And
I'll
a meat.
grab, and a food.
Do I have the food tokens over here? I do. Here we go. Okay.
And let's see,
A
we
buckler.
got Bloodstone, which is a valuable worth 10, and armor. So this is where I'd get to draw an armor.
Okay.
Alright,
Shall we continue?
absolutely.
Okay, we're going to move this back over here. And we're going to continue our encounter, which got a
Now
little bit...
we have been doing a lot, Alex, but I don't think we've gotten any closer to this lady.
I think
We hope
we're
someone
over
that
here.
didn't know anything about her.
We're over here, and this is
I
a
know,
clear
but-
end to the map. We're closer. We're
I think
closer.
there's information we're missing.
You know what? Let's do 1 or 2 more cards and see how it goes.
Sure, I'm
And
just saying
maybe
I
we'll
feel
find-
like we need to start helping her.
We are. We are making our way through this journey and adventure. They clearly... Listen, I'm not a game designer. I'm really not. But I have to imagine they didn't put the lady in the first hut over here. They probably put her up here. That just feels like a
I
better...
have to imagine they didn't put the lady in the front.
I just feel like you're like, hey, here's 14 cards to go through and a whole bunch of interactions. Joke's on you. You didn't look in hut A. That actually would be pretty funny. In a weird kind of twisted way.
Yeah.
But, nonetheless, what you do is you have hut A and B have ferocious creatures. And hut C on the first tile doesn't. And then... After hut A 1 and 2, you go through them, you get attacked, and you're like, I don't feel the need to do this again. And then you skip hut 3, and you go on this whole grand adventure, and then you come back to the beginning, and you're like, geez, that would be really funny. Your game is going to be rated poorly, but it's really funny.
What if the first one you do is the C?
You have on the first tile, there's a rule that you have to do them sequentially. Obviously, you can't plan for that.
Alright, let's go.
Alright, anyways, maybe I should be a game designer. We're gotta move these wolves off to the side if you want to take these.
Alright.
And I believe, is there anything else to explore on the tile? What do we do?
No.
So we go down to 9?
That one was a random encounter.
We're going down to 9. Is that where we're going?
Sure.
Yep.
I honestly can't
Yep.
see the
I
numbers
think
that
it's
close
9.
unless
We
I-
have a 6 down here. So, well, I mean, we'll see in a second because it'll either line up or it won't.
I'm sure.
We're going to line up, and we are going to line up nicely. Okay.
Okay.
We have another hut. Dollars to donuts. She's in there.
Alright, so in 9 we have the Butcher's Block. You arrive at a farmstead. Cedar steps to guide you to a snow-covered garden, enclosing a charming cottage. Next to the building, you discover a blood-soaked log, evidently a butcher's block, as you can see the remains of at least 3 slaughtered pigs. If you would like to search the carcasses for any leftover food scraps, read clue 42.
Shh,
Sure?
no, it's
Okay.
going to be something bad,
Slug
isn't
fight.
it?
Yeah, you're nasty.
We don't need food scraps.
We are able
I know I just told you she's in here, but she's not.
We are able to search for clue 51 though, if we'd like to do that.
Let me see. Sure, let's do that.
All right. So let's see. You perform a thorough search of this area. As you reach the back of the farmhouse, a faint rustling catches your attention. You pause, straining to listen, and soon pick up the sound of footsteps on snow and low murmurs coming from the west. It is a patrol of wolf warriors that happens to cross the path that runs in front of the farmhouse, putting you dangerously close to their line of sight. If you want to charge down the wolf warriors, read clue 54. If you want to remain hidden, read clue 47.
Do we want to charge down the wolf warriors?
No, but we can.
No, I think charging towards an enemy
you sure?
once worked.
Oh, so you want to?
No, I'm going to say no. Unless you want to. We can if you want to.
Do we feel powerful?
No.
Okay, so we will attempt to remain hidden.
Speaking of which, I'm going to use my potion while we're having this conversation. Just in case things happen.
Clue 47. You press yourself against the farmhouse wall, peering cautiously from your concealed position. The warriors continue their patrol, unaware of your presence. One of them stalls their advance, peering inside the windows of the farmstead. Another one breaks the silence. They left. No one's here. We've already searched it. Don't you see the mark? Someone probably warned them. Silently, the patrol fades into the distance. Continue on your exploration. There's nothing of value around the farmstead.
Let's head up to 13
Crazy!
again.
I believe there's another 9, though. Hold on. There's also the cottage in 9, if you'd like to see inside the cottage.
Sure.
Okay. The sturdy cottage is crafted from the weathered, timbered planks, displaying the expertise of Tarakian craftsmanship. The wooden exterior, aged with character, showcases intricate carvings and runic symbols of a pantheon of forest gods, much alike the ones seen in Lyrian ruins, hinting at a rich pagan heritage. And this leads us on to clue 17, which is going to be, you enter the seemingly abandoned house. Excuse me. It is a lustrous establishment belonging to a wealthy family. Inside, signs of a hasty departure can be seen everywhere. Plates of half-eaten food resting on the dinner table, clothes lying on the beds, half-burnt logs sitting wet in the hearthstone, children's toys in the middle of the floor dropped mid-play. You feel relieved at the thought that this was a family survived the blitzkrieg of the wolves. If you have heightened senses or succeed at a nature test, read clue 52.
You do not have nature, neither do I.
Yeah, so that would be in nature if we have the proficiency, but either way we can test either of those two abilities. So I believe I'm terrible at both.
I have one.
I
have two. I
think you should test. Yeah, I mean it is just a 6 as well. So
yeah, I'm good at these rolls.
You would be rolling an Adam A2.
We got a 5.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So now we're on to clue 52. Maybe we're gonna find her.
I'm
Maybe
starting
she'll
to
be hiding
become
in there.
a little cocky with these rolls that aren't combat based.
All right. You spot that the wooden beams that cover the floor are misaligned. As you stand to examine, you hear faint squeals beneath your feet. Something just shuffled below. Next to the hearthstone, under the pile of stacked logs, you find a hidden hatch. If you want to investigate further, read clue 19.
Yes, please.
Do you think she's in there?
Yes. Well, so here's the thing.
Is this where you said she was?
This goes back to the game design thing, because if something has you possibly fail a roll, there has to be other ways to get there. But there could be multiple things that reference clue 19, so maybe it's her, maybe not.
Okay. You open the hatch that leads to a musty basement. In the corner, you see a family of 4 huddled together,
It's not her.
their eyes flickering with fear. The youngest, a small girl, is the first to speak. "Are you here to kill us?" she asks, her voice trembling. You try to calm their panicked resolve, explaining your true purposes for being there. After some long moments, their fear subsides. The father steps forward and informs you that Lena is being held in the longhouse just west of here. He further explains that the last week has been hell.
Wait, Lena? Lena's
Yeah,
sister?
Lena. Yeah, she's just to the
West
The
is this
father
way.
steps forward and informs you that Lena is being held in the longhouse just west of here. He further explains that the last week has been hell. Theft, beatings, killings, even amongst families, and then the inevitable arrival of the wolf warriors, reaping the field. They would have fled, but one of the daughters has a bad leg, and they didn't want to leave her behind as a slave to the mongrels. So you can help them escape. If you do so, read clue 13. You may choose to escort them now or later during your adventure, but note down clue 13 as a reminder.
Okay. Let's mark it down.
You want to just help them now?
No, let's not help them now. Let's remember that we do that.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
You're reading ahead.
I wasn't trying to read ahead. No,
Okay.
I was trying to read.
All right. So we do have clue 13 whenever we want.
Okay. Now it says just west of here, which is over here. Now this is the Wolf Warriors, right?
Yeah.
So what I want to see is, can we reread 10? I want to see if when we got to this location over here, are they the Wolf Warriors? Is that their encampment? Because if that is, now we're starting to have a reason as to why we should have been slaughtering them. Like, this family's in terror that they're going to be killed.
Yeah.
Was it the Wolf Warriors?
An ancient temple of great makeshift tent, a billow of smoke rises from the grounds.
It doesn't specify. But I'm starting to piece things together. See, here's what I'm piecing together. It says just west of here. The problem is you can't get to just west of here from here. You'd have to have come back here and gone through the encampment.
I think that they're 2 different people. The Wolf Warriors were the ones that we hid from.
Yeah.
But these, I think, are a different type of guard. They don't specify that I think they're human.
Either way, we're going to walk back around over here and head down over here, back through here, and then go up to 13 because that would be just west of here.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
And
I don't know why I put the book down.
We're just getting straight to there.
All right. So we are going to 13, Northern Derha. On the northern edge of the settlement, a longhouse stands before you. The exterior is embellished with an array of meticulously crafted carvings. And then we have the longhouse, and that's it. Do we want to see the longhouse?
That's what we know.
Right. As you climb up the porch stairs, your mind is captivated by the artisan's skill and attention to detail that is evident in every stroke of the carving tools, bringing the wooden plaques to a semblance of life. graceful deer leaping, wise owls perched on branches, elusive foxes slinking through the underbrush, and other forest denizens intricately captured in their natural elegance, and at the center of every scene, a majestic stag with great curly antlers. And then we can test to read clue 31. You can see a faint light illuminating the crowns of the main entrance door. A sense of warmth and homecoming stems from the interior. If you want to enter the longhouse, read clue 21. So first we can test for clue 31.
May as well.
But then we have clue 21.
I have 2 over there, so
yeah,
I
I
should
think
be
you're
able to.
best at all.
Actually, no, sorry, I have 1. I have 1 over
yeah,
here.
but you can also test this.
I have 2. Perfect. Agreed.
7.
So we're testing against what?
You need a 7.
That seems harder.
Yeah. But
Any stats that'll help us?
no.
7 it is.
You need nature.
Oh, they have to happen.
So we're on to clue 21 instead.
See the cockiness start to show up.
Alright, clue 21. The hot wood beneath your feet warms your soul. The red light radiating from the rotating fire bathes a woman resting in front of the mantelpiece. Her fiery red hair matches that of the flames. She gasps at your presence. Who are you? You are not one of them, are you? As you get closer, you notice her hazel eyes and the countless of beatings upon her naked skin. You explain to her that you were sent by her husband and that you are meant to bring her back to Murdenhall. She looks baffled for a moment.
Oh, he's not a nice person, is he?
She looks baffled for a moment. But my husband is dead. And I don't know who this Remus is. Still, I long to leave this prison. She points at the shackles at her feet. But even if we get out of here alive, I now carry the seed of Tereki's destruction. She caresses her swollen belly. If you help me escape, you have to help me with this situation too. If you want to help her escape, read clue 27. Otherwise, you decide to leave the longhouse. I say that is not our situation. We came out here helping someone. None of our information was correct. I don't know if any of this is on us. I say we go help that family of 4.
Which clue is
that? Is that not crazy?
Which clue is that?
21.
Her
husband is dead.
How are we being given an option to leave behind the person we're supposed to seek out?
We can always just leave the adventure.
Let's leave this.
You want to leave her?
You suggested that.
Let's go back and help the other family. I don't know. She seems like trouble.
She carries the seed of Tiaka's destruction.
She has scars on her, though. I feel bad.
She carries the seed of Tiaka's destruction. We should help her out here.
Do we believe her?
I don't feel like you point to a pregnant belly and say that if you don't think it.
No, I believe that part. But do we believe that, like, she doesn't want to birth the destruction on purpose? Somewhere?
Then we better be around her to possibly take out this destruction. Why are we talking about killing babies?
Okay, what do we want to do?
Help her.
Okay.
I'm not confident at all, but let's help her.
Okay. Clue 27. I want us to save the family for the record.
We still can. We still got
I don't know if we still can. She might hurt us. Okay. As you think over how to get out of the village, Lena's whole body tenses up. He's coming. A hulking beast, half resembling a human and half a wolf, emerges from the back room. I'm glad you said back room.
I heard a hulking beast is emerging and I was like, this is not.
An ear-thundering howl is all that utters before charging you. Draw the set-aside Elite Enemy 10 card and combat it immediately.
I'm just glad he emerged from the back room. Alright, I think we're going to have this encounter and we'll possibly call it from here. But I might be reading stuff later.
And we never saved the family.
We're not leaving.
We might be if we die.
No. Well, that's fair. That's fair.
He might kill us.
That's fair. Alright, let's go ahead and put this up a little higher. And we're going to go ahead and have our encounter. We have the Wolf Knight with 10 health. I don't like this 10 health situation. We have a reaction. Oh, wait. We're going to roll for the reaction. Because there's a chance that I can roll a 1 and flee. I'm going to do that right now. Well, we do this right now. Nope, it's a 6. That's the opposite of 1. That is the opposite. I'm going to use my ability over here to flip that to its opposite side. I'm joking. That's not a thing. That's not a thing.
I was going to say, we do have these heroic action tokens that we may be able to use it to reroll for that.
No, it's not. Because I'm also torn between the cinematic aspect of actually fighting it versus the...
do you want to grab a thing for him?
Oh, yeah, let's go ahead and grab someone who looks nice and hulky and... I mean, he looks like he could be... He looks like he actually is a wolf to a certain extent. Just the scythe is extra. Okay.
Alright. And then,
Okay.
Alright.
Let's do it.
Well, either way, he's going to go first.
Okay.
So we will roll these. Alright.
He's going to be attacking with Ire of the Wolf God, which is 3... Oh my gosh, 3 bleeding damage over there.
And that's going to be everywhere, so it's going to hit both of us.
Oh my gosh.
So, with that, do you want to roll your defense?
No, not anymore.
And it's actually a saving throw against this, so it'll be that stat for your saving throw for grit.
Okay, so a saving throw over there, so I do have a +1 on that, so that feels a little better. So actually you get a 4, which means then you get a 3, and I got a 6, which is about as good as you can get, so I'm fine.
Alright, and mine is, I actually have advantage on it.
Do you have a +1?
No, but I have advantage.
Okay, so that's not enough, unfortunately.
No. Alright, so,
you're going to get 3 stacks of bleed.
okay, I think you have all of the...
Okay, let me grab the bleed over here. There you go.
Alright. Lovely.
You're going to roll a d6 at the end of the round for each stack. On a 1 to 3, you suffer a damage. On a 4 to 6, remove the stack without suffering. So you basically have 3 potential damage. Oh, yeah, that's true. That is another round.
Yep.
Alright.
So
just roll 3d6.
For each one.
Well, just roll 3d6.
Okay.
Yep. 1 to 3 will be suffer damage. And that was amazing.
Whoa! Wow!
That was amazing. You are very, very invulnerable to bleeding.
That was pretty cool.
Okay.
Alright.
Great.
Now it's going to be us before him.
Yeah, now he has immunity to certain types of damage, he has resistance to certain types of damage, he has regeneration 1, which we'll have to be mindful of, and we're going to go ahead and, oh my gosh, whenever one of us drops to 0, he emits a shackling howl of savagery. That's not good. So let's not, how about none of us die? I'm going to go ahead and attack him. I'm going to once again use my greatsword over here because I don't have a lot of other tools at my disposal. He has a defensive fire of 5. Let's see what we can get over here. We got a 5 plus 2 is going to be 7, which is enough to deal 1 damage to him. The only problem is he has regeneration 1, so we need to be dealing more than that to be able to take him out.
Yeah.
This is actually going to be of actual combat this time. It's a good place to end it, actually. I'm glad we said this.
Alright. And you just attacked?
I attacked.
Okay, so I could choose to move in, because I do have melee weapons like my shurikens, which I don't use, but I feel like
shurikens. I think that's spike gauntlet. Oh, you have shurikens too.
Yeah, so I feel like I am better off though staying ranged for now. So I'll just keep attacking with my longbow. Okay,
so longbow let you attack in either range, either zone.
Yeah, so we're gonna stay safe and stay over here and roll a 2. I've been rolling terribly.
You have been rolling terribly.
So that is a 4, and that's piercing. That's not enough. I think now is the time, Alex. I'm going to use my heroic action to take another attack action.
It is a good time.
So I'm just going to take another attack action trying to do something.
That is another 2. Wow.
So bad. Alright, that's my turn.
What a way to go over there.
Alright.
So he's going to regenerate his 1 health that I just did to him, which is excellent, excellent.
Alright.
Okay.
And,
2 is going to be a bite.
Yep, and he's already engaged with you. Okay. So
he's going to go ahead, and I'll roll against a bite over there. So I'm going to go ahead and, let's see, he's going to be doing bleeding, which I could defend against. Last time, okay, cool. So let's see over here. We're going to go ahead and see if we can stop this. We got a 1. That's about as bad as you can do, so I'm going to take the 1 damage and the stack of bleeding. And that's his attack.
Okay. Luckily, he's only attacking you right now.
And to you. Oh, wait, no, that's it. And that's it. So now we attack. So I'm going to go ahead and attack back right now. I might use my extra action as well, because I think we do need to get
Why
these.
not?
May as well, if we're calling it here. I got an 11.
Wow.
That's going to be a crit. So we're going to 11. We're going to roll again. Hopefully get another a 7. That's going to be an 18 plus 2 is 20. Divide by 5 is 4 points of damage.
That's great.
That is a good, nice little slice.
That was really great. You're very powerful.
We're definitely going to go ahead and spend my extra action to attack again right now, because again, this feels like a good time to do so. We're going to see if we can do that same thing again. Repeat that again. We got a 12. A 12 over here.
That rolled so slow,
too. We're going to roll it again. Oh, where is it? It's a, what is that? What is that?
A 6.
It's off camera, but it's a 6. Okay, 12 plus 6 is again 18, plus 2 is again 20, and that's again 4 points of damage. Wow. Okay.
Wow.
That was, I'm okay with that. That was fun.
Did I go before you? Yeah.
Last time?
Or was that...
No, I hit first. I did. Yeah, back. This is the second round.
So sorry.
Yeah, you're good.
Alright, so that means I still have an attack?
You need to roll an 8.
Yeah, but I... Well, no.
A D8. Well, yes, you're rolling a single D8.
You're right. Okay.
If you roll a D8, you'll kill it.
Yeah, but I need to roll an 8?
Yeah, that should be easy. You can do it. That's...
I usually roll
You
with
do.
guys.
You do. Your
I'd be
565
willing
was
just to
great.
know. It's not going to count, but okay.
Okay. See if the dice
Just
is
to
broken.
know how bad it is.
At the end of the
yeah.
round, he's going to regenerate one,
Oh my
unfortunately.
gosh.
But I am
And
feeling
then
a whole lot
and then
more
he's gonna
confident right
go?
now. He's going to go.
Alright. Gosh.
Okay. Oh. +2 over there.
Alright, so he's going to do flurry and +2 damage, but he's going to stay in your zone. So that would attack the whole zone.
Yeah.
But it is still just you.
Okay, so I'm rolling against a 5 or a 6, and again that's slicing, so I don't refer slashing, so I don't get anything extra. So I should roll a 5 or a 6. I got a 4, which means I will take the 3 damage
3
plus
damage
bleeding.
and 2 bleeding.
So I do actually, by the way, speaking of which, so I'm gonna take 3 damage now, but I'm supposed to roll for the bleeding for the last round, so I need to roll on a 4, 5, or 6. It's
There you
gone.
go.
Perfect. But
And
then I
now you
take
have
2 more
another one.
bleeding. 2 more bleeding.
And then now we're back at the end of the round for those.
No, then this is the beginning of the round.
No,
Oh,
he
you're
goes at the
right.
end.
You're
So
right.
now-
He goes at the end.
So now you would roll for those too.
Okay, well, let's see what happens. I'm going to roll these 2 over here. And we got 1 point damage and
Alright.
1 damage. So I am getting a little bit like hurt over here. We need to be mindful of that. I'm down to 4 health remaining at the moment.
Alright,
And
well I'll attack first.
this. A 5,
So
which
7.
becomes a 7, which becomes 1 wound.
damage.
Okay.
Ugh.
Yeah, you're not
I
the chunky killer this time around. I'm gonna go ahead and roll, and I'm gonna get a.
We're in trouble. Are you gonna die?
No,
And?
4 health. 4 health.
Okay.
You
Alright.
could take him out at the end of
Alright, so now he's going to attack.
it. Yep. Okay.
Alright, and he's already engaged with you.
Okay.
And he's going to do a bite again.
Okay. So I'm
It's
gonna
only
go
1
ahead
damage.
and take that. Well, possibly. I mean, it's gonna be I hopefully roll a 5 or 6 over here.
Oh yeah.
Nope, that's a 1. Take the 1 damage
And a bleed.
and a bleed.
And then
I
roll
will
for
take
bleed.
roll for bleed. 4, 5, or 6. Nope, that's another damage. I am now
Okay,
getting
now I'm
close to
scared.
dying.
Now I'm
it's
scared.
yeah. Now that's the point where we get scared. So
Alright. And did he regenerate?
he did not yet.
Oh gosh, okay.
So
Alright.
you want to attack first?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna go
I
ahead
don't
and
know.
attack.
Can you do good?
That's a 12. That's pretty good.
Another thing?
I
Although,
don't
is
need
that
to get that
enough?
high.
Oh, you need 1.
yeah.
You need 1.
That's a 22 plus 2 is 24.
Wow.
Divided by 5 is enough to take him out.
Great. Alright.
Is there anything we have to read?
No.
That's it? That's just that?
Yeah,
no.
I just sent to spawn him,
That's it?
I believe. Yeah,
Feels-
we get experience and we get the treasure. And I believe we can't help the girl anymore.
Well, that was us helping her. That was us helping her, wasn't it? Where was it? Where was it?
I do think you're right.
Although I just had to leave. We read Clue 27. So we did read Clue 27. Combated immediately. And then what? And then what? Well, anyways, we are calling it here. Either way, we'll figure out and then what after.
Yeah.
But that's going to be
We
a bit of a
survived.
gameplay. We survived. I got 2 health remaining, which means I need to figure out
Yeah.
how to heal before we continue on and rescue that family.
Mm-hmm.
Or alternatively, we just don't rescue the family, which is a possibility. But Lena's pregnancy is currently proving to be the potential end of Terrakia. And we'll see how that goes. I mean, I know kids are a burden, but that's a level.
Yeah.
Anyways, until next time, I'm Alex Radcliffe from Board Game Co.
I'm Professor Meg.
This has been a gameplay of Story of Many. Check out the Game Fan page down below. And until next time, I hope you have a good one.
Bye.